Well, we've had about 4 weeks of lockdown now. I can't go out taking photos. I can't ride my motorbikes. So I thought what I would do was to show you the contents of my man cave. So if you'd just like to follow me, we'll see what treasures I have in store. So I thought we'd start with my oldest bike, which is this 1942 Harley Davidson, which I've owned for some 31 years now. When I finished restoring it all those years ago, I had to get to grips with actually riding it, which was quite a task because it's fitted with a foot clutch and a hand gear change, which was fairly normal for American bikes for that period, but it's totally alien to anyone used to riding a British or a European motorbike. It all seemed to work out when I rode the bike in the 1995 VJ parade down the Mall in London in front of thousands and thousands of people. The bike didn't break down and I didn't fall off, so it all went well. And I managed to find a piece of TV footage of that parade, which hopefully will come up now. I'm the rider in the white helmet, by the way.
Tribune and Promise. Its motto was a 50p piece for 50 years of peace. The appeal closes today. Its patron, Dame Vera Lynn, has said that for many old age has brought worse hardship than the war.
My newest bike is this 2013 BMW GS, which I rode solo for the first 3 years of owning it, until I thought it would make rather a good sidecar bike. And so I had this Russian Ural sidecar, colour matched and fitted to the bike. Now, modern bikes are not designed to have sidecars fitted to them, but the specialists who did the work for me had to design and fabricate a subframe which is attached to the bike, and the sidecar in turn is attached to that subframe. All in all, I'm very pleased with it, and it's a beautifully handling outfit out on the road. Blue Elephant mounted on the bike. This was given to me when I attended my first overseas motorcycle rally, which was in fact a midwinter camping event in the Eifel Mountains in Germany. It was the Elephant Rally in 1967 and was the first of 3 elephant rallies that I did. I was obviously a lot hardier in those days than I am now. Next we have my 1990 ex-California Highway Patrol 1000cc Kawasaki. It spent the first 10 years of its life patrolling the freeways of California, and then spent a further 10 years in Arizona escorting abnormal loads across their desert highways. All the original warning equipment still operates, and with its big seat, footboards and wide handlebars is a very comfortable bike to ride.
At the jail on 3rd Medical, 36 mil, kidney pain by yourself. 518.
Charlie, we would not happen to have a code for this building.
So if we move around, we come across my lovely Myford lathe, which has given me hours of fun and pleasure, and sometimes frustration. Gas welding equipment, electric arc welding and my untidy bench. My 1971 BMW R75, I've owned this for about 9 years now, and it started life as an American specification bike, and it was originally sold in New York to its first owner, who apparently was in the military, and his first posting was over in the UK, so he brought the bike with him and subsequently sold it, and it then went through several pairs of hands before reaching the chap who owned it before me. Now, he was a retired RAF squadron leader, and he eventually found the bike was too much for him and he sold it, which was a shame really, because his day job when he was in the Air Force was flying Vulcan bombers and the like. So it was quite ironic that he then found this sweet little machine too much of a handful. This is our 1956 Ford E83W 1000 weight van. It's all been nicely sign written to reflect Jackie's baking and patisserie expertise, and it gets a lot of attention when we take it to the shows. The van has got a very simple dashboard layout, the barest minimum of instruments, which was all that was expected back in the day. And you'll probably notice that it's got a wooden clothes peg on the choke control. This was quite normal at one time, and there's a little dodge that was used by people to hold the choke in the open position. It was quite common to see these clothes pegs in use back when these vans were in everyday use. Anyway, let's see if it starts. And of course, a lot of the attention it gets when it's on display is the artificial cakes that we've got all laid out in the back of the van. A lot of people, when they see them, think they're real and want to buy them, but we have to warn them that their dentist wouldn't be very happy if they did that, because they're all made of resin. Well, we've seen all my old vehicles, so I thought we'd finish off with looking at the modern fleet, as it were. So we've got the Land Rover Discovery there, and looking resplendent in red is Jackie's Skoda Yeti, and of course, being Jackie, it has to have in the back seat a Yeti. And I'm sure the Yeti looks after Jackie wherever she drives.